Great. Well, good evening, everyone. And we're going to go ahead and continue with the theme for this month, which is called Dream Big. The topic for tonight is personal mission statement. So last week we explored our personal timeline, where you began to document where you began in life, what you've been through all along the way, all those little steps, and what has in the past led you to where you are now. We talked about that last week. Tonight, we explore your personal mission statement. Some of you may be familiar with a personal mission statement. Perhaps you've had to write one for an employer or on an application to a school or a university, or even if you're applying to a position on a board. But what exactly is a personal mission statement? Well, a personal mission statement is one or two succinct, well thought out sentences that define who you are and what you're all about. And really, I would have to say it's mostly just one sentence. So think about everything that makes up you as a person, your personality, your traits, your values, your ideas, all those things, and try to get that into one sentence. I would say that's a little bit of a challenge for everyone. It defines your purpose and how you aim to pursue that purpose and why it matters to you. It demonstrates your character and helps you hone in on your core values. What are core values? Core values are a set of fundamental beliefs, ideals, or practices that inform others how you conduct your life. They are the guiding principles that dictate how one behaves and helps discern right or wrong. They are one's inner compass, that compass that everybody has that lives right here inside of us. They're everyone's North Star. When you go out in the evening, even on a cold night like tonight, it's always fun to find the Big Dipper and then find that North Star. So the North Star will always guide us in the right direction, and so will your core values. Some examples of core values are honesty, justice, kindness, leadership, optimism, responsibility, wisdom, and loyalty. So that's just a few. There are so many more. So besides having a personal mission statement for a job interview when seeking employment, what are the benefits of having your own personal mission statement overall? So one of the benefits is, in order to write a mission statement, you have to go inward and look at yourself. So again, going inward, what do you have to have when you go inward? You have to have awareness. So you have to know how to look at yourself, as we try to teach in breathing meditation, without judgment, and just see things the way they are right now in the present moment. And so as I said, we've been cultivating that awareness gene in breathing meditation and celebrating who you are every time we meet every week. Anytime you bring your awareness to yourself and listen to that inner voice, you're affirming that you trust yourself. And that's a good thing. Trusting yourself, trusting your inner voice, trusting your own North Star. And your star is different than my star, and everybody's stars are different. So I love that. It's what makes us all unique. A personal mission statement helps you to make decisions based on what you know to be the truth, because it's your truth. And you learn to become aware of what is rooted in your truth, using your truth as your compass and guide. When you make decisions, especially hard decisions, in this way, there is an ease and a balance in the process, rather than the decisions that are made under stress and duress. Again, you can trust yourself, and that's so important, that self-trust. Just as in your personal timeline, a personal statement lets you look deeply at your life and identify your past successes as well as your goals and priorities in life. So it helps us to prioritize what are the things that come up that have been most important to you. It also holds you accountable for your decisions and actions. So, in short, a personal statement is an act of self discovery. And isn't that what we're on here in a breathing meditation practice? I think that anytime we look within ourselves, there's a chance to discover something that we may not have seen or known before. You know, we are always changing, we are always evolving. And even though those core values may stay the same, maybe the foundation that you stand on stays the same. We morph and change, we grow, we have periods of personal growth. We have periods where we kind of take a couple steps back and maybe we're going through a hard time. And so maybe we don't grow during that time, but maybe we just stay still and we listen and we absorb and we let everything kind of settle in. And that will serve us well for that next period of growth. So kind of like a little wave action, you know, the ebbing and flowing of the ocean, the ebbing and flowing of our lives, you know. And so when we uncover things that allow us to get to know ourselves better and discover our own unique sense and purpose in life, it's a very, very beautiful thing. Just a little taste, a little morsel, a little appetizer of what you'll be talking about in support group. So we will get on with a little bit of breathing. So I invite you to find a very comfortable position in your chair, shifting your weight from side to side so that you're nice and even. Good. And then finding a nice tall spine. So everything nice and tall from the tailbone all the way up to the shoulders. Let's take the shoulders up to the ears and then down and back so that we're not holding any tension there. Little lift to the crown of the head, ears over the shoulders. Placing the hands on the lap facing down or palms lifted, whatever would serve you best at this time. And just a little caveat, if you're craving more energy, having the palms lifted towards the sky is a way to receive energy. Palms facing down is a way to feel more grounded and centered, so you get to choose. Then I invite you to close the eyes and begin to notice the breath as it moves in and out of the nose. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And just notice how that very act of stopping, finding stillness and breathing, the act of breathing, is a way to bring your stress level down, down, down. Good. Just a gentle in and out of the breath. And just know that if any thoughts try to come in, you will notice them without judgment and let them softly float away like the little snowflakes outside your window right now on a wintry night. Let it go, let it go, let it go. I invite you to be kind and gentle with yourself tonight. Kind and gentle with yourself. Good. Now I invite you to bring one hand to the chest, one hand to the low belly. We're going to experience some belly breathing here. So inhaling in together, we find that our chest rises, our ribs rise, and the belly expands out toward our hand. And as we exhale, letting that air out ever so slowly, belly contracts toward the spine, ribs fall, and chest falls. That wave-like motion of the breath. Let's try it again, everyone. Breathing in, letting that air come in through the nose. Ribs rise, chest rises, belly expands. Come to that full inhale of the breath and exhaling, belly contracts, ribs fall, chest falls, and that breath eases gently back out of your nose. So I invite you to find this belly breathing and allowing yourself to be gently cradled on this wave of breath as it comes and it goes in the nose, down through the chest, through the belly, up through the chest, and out of the nose once again. Belly breathing. I'll let you try that on your own. And just notice that there's a little bit of empowerment that comes with being able to direct the breath in any manner that you choose. So, this is not something that happens by accident. You are in control of your breath, and you already know what those deeper breaths can do for your body and your mind. So now, as you exhale, I invite that breath to become even slower and longer. So, little longer as you let the breath out. We know that even a couple of gentle exhales like that will kickstart the parasympathetic nervous system and just bring our body into a deeper state of relaxation. Good. And as you breathe in this very effective manner, I will read our affirmations for tonight's practice. My values are like a compass guiding my path. Aligned with my values, my life has a quality of ease and flow. Connected to my core values, I know my unique mission. Connected to my core values, I know my unique mission. And we all have a unique mission, my friends, and we all know what our mission is. And sometimes that changes a little from time to time, and that's okay, because we know that it belongs to us. We know that's where our feet are firmly planted, just like your feet right now connecting with the earth beneath you. And then I invite you to bring both hands over the heart, holding yourself in a little gesture of compassion. As you breathe full breaths in, exhale full breaths out, just allow yourself to stay here and just nourish yourself with a hug. You know, the hugs that we receive from other people are so nourishing. Sometimes a hug is just what we need at the end of a hard day. But you know, we can also give ourselves a hug. That in itself is empowering. Great. And now I invite you to, yay, right. Opposite hands to opposite shoulders. Beautiful. Love it. Yay. Love the whole vibe. Ooh, I'm feeling pretty warm and fuzzy over here too. Now I invite you to release those hands and place them down on the lap. Gently open your eyes. Great session, you guys. Okay, and now we're going to do a little bit of mindful movement. We'll begin with the 6 directions of the spine. So we already know how to do that. We will find our cat-cows, the flexion and extension. So once again, finding a nice tall spine, maybe taking a moment to realign after the breathing. Sometimes we tend to ease up on that spine, so we want to find that again. And then bringing the hands to the lap, we're going to inhale, lifting the gaze, arching the back, and taking a nice big inhale here. And then exhale, rounding the spine, tucking chin to the chest, and the hands move back towards the body. Good. And then again, taking that inhale in as we look up, and taking that exhale as we round. So find this a little posture on your own. Just pair it with your own breath. Again, you control the rhythm and pace of your breath, so whatever would serve you at this time. And you know, that is the essence of yoga, movement with breath together, flexion and extension. Really loosening up those tight places. If you've been doing any sitting today, you may feel tightness in the back body. Just doing this as a gesture of releasing that tension. And sometimes we don't even know it's there until we start these movements, and then we can say, oh yeah, I'm kind of holding a little bit in my mid back or my lower back. Good. Great. And then coming to stillness here, we're going to take the left hand and place it on the seat beside us. We're going to inhale that right arm up overhead. Exhale, hinging to the left. Little lateral bends of the spine here. Good. Inhaling back to center, place that right hand on the chair beside you. Inhale that left arm up overhead, and then exhale, bending to the right. Inhaling back to center. So I'll let you go ahead and do some of these on your own, just a little back and forth. And when you extend that arm overhead, really reach those fingers up to the sky so that you're getting a nice long line of energy. Reaching for the stars on this starry night tonight, cold, starry night. Warming up that spine and creating a little expansion in the body. Great. And then coming to stillness once again, we will try our final direction of the spine, which is torsion or twisting, sitting up nice and tall, taking that right hand, placing it on the left knee, inhaling here, and then exhaling as we twist to the left, bringing your left hand to the back of the chair, gazing out over the left shoulder, breathing, and just noticing how that twist feels in the body. Good, and then coming back to center. Awesome. Taking that left hand to the right knee. Right hand comes up as we inhale. Exhaling, twisting to the right, placing that hand on the chair. Gazing out over to the right shoulder. Breathing here. Letting go of tension in the side body, in the shoulders, in the shoulder blades. And come back to center. I'll let you go ahead and do the twisting 2 more times on each side, and then you can meet me back in neutral. Good. Very good. Awesome, everybody. Okay, let's find a seated mountain pose. So we've done the standing postures before, and so what we do is we're sitting, but we're going to take our arms down alongside of us, palms are facing forward. Once again, finding that alignment of the ears over the shoulders. Nice tall spine, feeling the 4 corners of your feet rooting into the earth. Feeling your seat on the chair. Feeling that little lift through the crown of your head and your connection with the universe above. And just breathe into this mountain. And even though this looks like it might be a passive pose, this is actually a very active pose. You've got your whole core engaged. And so when we talk about the core in yoga, we talk about those muscles that extend from the spine, base of the spine, to the pelvic floor, and then up around the trunk, So all of the rectus abdominis and transverse abdominis and all of those wonderful muscles that comprise the core, and how your core supports you, just like your core values are the things that you stand on for support throughout your life. So just breathe into that sensation of being supported by your physical core. And that's something in yoga that we try to work on at all times to strengthen us, to improve our balance, flexibility, stamina, strength. And in Pilates, as my most favorite Pilates teacher will always tell me, it's the core. The core is so important. So feeling that core. Good. Good. And then just relax for a moment. Let's bring the arms up overhead, pressing palms together. Inhaling here, and then exhale, bringing hands to the heart. Good. Let's do that again. Inhaling in, arms come up, pressing palms together. This time exhale, pressing the palms away and bringing your gaze down to the floor. So arms float down, gaze floats down. And then inhale again, coming up. This time when you press your palms together, let's take a twist to the right. So we float the arms down, we take a look over the right shoulder. Good. Inhaling in, coming back to center. Exhale, twisting to the left. And then inhaling in, back to center, to the right once more. Inhaling back to center and to the left once more. And then coming back to center, palms pressed together overhead, and then hands to the heart. And then so even as we move from side to side, it's still possible to engage that core. And, even these movements are subtle, they're small. Part of honing our awareness in yoga is to feel out those little subtleties, like, what does my body feel like when I do this particular posture? What does my core feel like when I'm lifting and lengthening through the spine and then moving side to side? Feel your strength. Feel your strength. It is there. It is what is holding you up in all situations. Good. So now that we've done a little movement, done a little breathing, it's time to find your comforts for tonight's deep rest. I invite you to find your pillow, your blankets, anything that would make your space a little more inviting, and possibly some music if that's what you're needing tonight. If not, by all means, stillness and silence. Maybe lowering your lights in your space, turning the lights down or turning them out altogether. Maybe gathering those aromatherapy tools again, essential oils or lotion or a candle, just to make your space a little more cozy. So as you're gathering those things, if you're going to be laying down on the floor, I invite you to find a nice full body stretch. So from your toes all the way up to the top of your head. Maybe bringing those arms overhead and just letting yourself stretch out here. And just feel everything begin to let go. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Closing the eyes, taking a moment to snuggle the shoulder blades underneath you to find a little more grounding on the floor there. Arms can be down at your sides, or you can place them on your low belly, whatever is most comforting for you. And as you begin to settle in, find the rhythm of that breath again, that wave-like breathing. So breathing in through the nose, lifting up the chest, ribs also lift and belly expands. Exhaling, belly contracts, ribs fall, chest falls, and the breath comes back gently out of the nose. And so if you think about this wave-like motion of the breath, really feeling that breath in your body, just knowing that you're riding that wave of the breath, bouncing around on that gentle wave. letting it support you, nourish you, fill you up. Good, and then we're going to begin at the top of the head and begin to relax all the muscles in the face, the forehead, and all those little worry lines. We're going to erase them all right now. Let them go, let them go, let them go. No worries here. Worries do not belong here. And then relaxing the muscles in the temples, the cheeks, the jaw. Finding a softness behind your eyes. Finding stillness in your whole face. And just breathe into that awareness of letting all those muscles soften and ease. Good, and now moving your awareness down to the right shoulder. Bringing your breath right there. Let that breath enter the shoulder, removing any tension there, and begin to bring that breath down into the right upper arm, the right elbow, forearm, wrist, hand, and fingers, the right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger, so that from the fingers of the right hand all the way up to the right shoulder, your whole right arm is relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of expansion and ease. Very good. Now let's begin to move down the right side of the body. So moving down to the right armpit, the ribs, the waist, and finally settling your awareness into the right hip. Let's take a moment to send a few breaths there. And as those breaths enter the hip, become aware of the sensation of letting go, letting go, letting go. Good. Moving that awareness down into the right thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, the foot, and all the toes of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, baby toe, so that from the toes of the right foot all the way up to the right hip, your whole right leg is relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of expansion and ease. Your whole right side is completely and totally relaxed. Good. Let's move now over to the left shoulder. Take a moment or two to breathe into that shoulder. Breathe some nourishing, cleansing breaths there. Feel your shoulders start to relax. Feel the holding stop. And just breathe in some ease into that right or left upper arm, left elbow, left forearm, the wrist, the hand, and the fingers, and all the fingers of that left hand, the thumb, the index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky fingers, so that from the fingers of the left hand all the way up to that left shoulder, Your whole left arm is relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of expansion and ease. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Moving now down the left side of the body, the left armpit, the left ribs, the waist, the left hip, and breathe in a few breaths as you enter that left hip. Breathing in, breathing out as you notice everything begin to relax. And then bringing the awareness as it moves down to the thigh, to the knee, the shin, the ankle, the foot, and all the toes of the left foot. Big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe, so that from all the toes of the left foot all the way up to the left hip, your whole left leg is relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of expansion and ease. Your whole left side is relaxed. Both sides are completely and totally relaxed. Beautiful. Now let's bring our attention to the back body and all of the points of the body that have contact with the earth beneath you. The heels, the calves, back of the thighs, the buttocks, the hips, low back, middle back, upper back, shoulder blades, back of the head. Let all the tension, holding, and anxiety in your whole back body just melt away into the floor. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Breathe now into the back body. Breathe in that sensation of expansion and ease. And now finally the front body and all points of the body that shine toward the sun. The front of the legs, the hips, the pelvic floor, the low belly, the upper belly, the ribs, the chest, the heart, your generous, hard-working, caregiving heart. Breathe some appreciation into your heart center at this present moment for all you do on behalf of those in your care each and every day. Your whole front body is relaxed. Your whole body is relaxed. Rest in the knowing that you are nourished and cradled and loved. Rest well. Just simply rest. Very gently and slowly begin to bring your awareness back, starting to move in small ways, wiggling fingers and toes, maybe rocking your head from side to side or gathering your knees into your chest and taking a little rock there. Or maybe bringing your arms up over your head and taking another final full body stretch. Whatever your body needs. And then I invite you to roll to one side. Don't come up yet, and I will read our closing quotation for tonight's practice. And this is from Stephen Covey. He says, "A mission statement is not something you write overnight, but fundamentally, your mission statement becomes your constitution, the solid expression of your vision and values. It becomes the criterion by which you measure everything else in your life." Good, and having said that, take a few more mindful breaths from wherever you are, and then slowly begin to press yourself back up to seated whenever you're ready. Bright lights. Okay, now we're going to inhale, raising the arms up overhead, pressing palms together, and then exhale, bringing your hands to the heart. As always, and every time we meet, the light within me honors and recognizes the light in each and every one of you, and we share that acknowledgement when we say together, Namaste.